Hi everyone! Thank you to all my subscribers for coming back and supporting the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I wanted to do a video going over some of the curriculum that we've done for the first grade year. Just an update so you guys know what we liked, what we didn't like, and hopefully it's not going to be too long of a video. So let's see, the first thing that I wanted to get into, we'll start with grammar. This is the Usborne Wipe Clean Grammar and Punctuation for ages 6 to 7. So this is what I use to help my daughter practice grammar, and I made sure that the grammar topics we needed to learn in first grade were covered in this book, and if it wasn't, then we did worksheets. We do use a lot of other resources, whether it's online stuff or printable worksheets or hands-on things, just so you know that. But anyhow, my daughter really liked this, and as I mentioned, when I first got this, we've used similar things to this that she liked, so I pretty much knew that she would like this too. It's gone well, and we're almost done using it. The next thing I wanted to go over is handwriting. So we did handwriting with Kumon this year. For kindergarten, we had used handwriting without tears, and she didn't really care for it. Kumon, I would say, unfortunately, the same thing. We got halfway through the book, and I would say this is great for the beginning of the year, which is exactly what we used it for. She practiced all of her capitalized letters and writing names, but then after that, we didn't really have a need to use it because we started doing other types of handwriting. I started bringing in material from other places, and one of the other things we used was Draw Write Now. Now, I talked about this when I mentioned I was getting first grade curriculum, and we used this a lot for her handwriting, and it paired well with what we were doing. We were studying all about the world, the different continents, and geography and landforms and animals, and so this worked really well for us. And we also started writing stories, and I just had her write things about what we were learning, and so I really didn't have much of a need for this book. If you need a handwriting curriculum, this is fine. I would say it's comparable to handwriting without tears, but it's in color. Now this one, it has a paragraph. Each page has a paragraph, and you learn how to draw the animals. And guys, we absolutely love this curriculum. It's so simple, but it's versatile. And yeah, it's great. And it was so good that I originally had just bought this one, book number 7, but within the year I bought 2 other ones. I bought book number 6 and book 4 because, again, this went along with our world study, continent study, and so we used all 3 of these books. Now, we didn't do every single page. We just picked out things that were going along with our unit study, but really great books. Highly recommend if your kids are into drawing. Evan Moore Smart Phonics and Spelling. I have to say, I like this curriculum. I really do. And when I purchased it, I thought the same thing. Great curriculum, thought it was good, but we got to page 25 in the book, so we didn't get far, and then we had to drop it, and it was just, I don't know what it was. It wasn't working for my daughter. She wasn't into it. I can tell you that at the end of every chapter, they have a section where the kids read a story with the words that they learned how to spell. My daughter did not like that because she has an issue with reading, and so anyway, I would recommend this. I still would recommend this. I think it's a great resource, but it just didn't work for us. Now we have a couple months left, so I may bring this back in and try to do some more of it before the end of the year. But as far as phonics and spelling, it didn't work. So what we did instead for phonics and spelling was explode the code. And we did this in kindergarten, and I had mentioned for first grade we were going to do this book number 2 and book number 3. We finished book 2 and we're still working on book 3. We'll soon be done with book 3. This is still working really well. My daughter likes Explode the Code, and I had mentioned before that the reason that I got this book is because I thought I needed some more spelling practice for her, and I really should have waited on buying this because as I had mentioned previously, Explode the Code does have some spelling and writing incorporated into it, and this has just worked for my daughter. The other things we do for spelling are printable worksheets. She likes that. And we do hands-on spelling. So we use a movable alphabet to spell words and to spell sight words that she's learned throughout the year. So Explode the Code is a yes. And I can tell you that for second grade, we will be continuing with Explode the Code. The World Atlas Sticker Activity Book from National Geographic Kids. It's a total yes. This was 100% win. My daughter loved it. We finished everything in the book, and basically for every continent we moved to and learned about, we would do the pages associated with that continent, and it was hard keeping my daughter from doing the whole book in one sitting, but this is really something that she looked forward to. This was very inexpensive, so I would say yes, totally get this if you're learning about the world and continents. And then for history, we were studying ancient civilization, so we'd learn about a country, and then I tried to tell her about ancient civilizations that were in this Evan Moore curriculum. It's for grades 1 through 3. And we didn't do all of the ancient civilizations, but we did a lot of them. And what I ended up doing was just photocopying pages out of the book because I didn't want to tear pages out and cut up the book, because I was like, we might use it again in second or third grade. And so we did not study about Mesopotamia, although I did tell her about the Mesopotamian culture. We just didn't do like the stuff in this book, but we did ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient China, and the Aztec world. So we didn't do Rome either. We're gonna save that for later. But overall, this book was okay. I think it's just okay. It's a little pricey. I think if I remember correctly, I paid like $14 or around there. And it's a little pricey for what it is. My daughter did enjoy it, but I didn't feel like it really had a lot of activities in it. I would say unless you really need something like open and go, just like a quick activity, because really there's only like 2 activities per section, then yeah, you can go ahead and get this. And it does give a brief overview of the ancient civilization, which is great, but I just thought it was a little bit pricey for what you got. And then for math, we did First Grade Math with Confidence by Kate Snow, and we only bought the student workbook. I did not get the instructor manual, and it is recommended, highly recommended, to get the instructor manual along with the student workbook, because the two together, that's the curriculum. The instructor guide has all these games that you can do and helps you teach your kids the math concepts, and then this is more, of a workbook style thing. And I can say that this has been a really good book, and we really like it. We are also going to continue Math with Confidence for second grade. That's how much we liked it. But I did get the instructor manual for the second grade level, just because even though the math has been pretty easy for us this year. I haven't had an issue like teaching her or coming up with games. It's almost the end of the year. I am running out of ideas, and I had mentioned in a previous video like that I've been having some health issues, and so I do feel like I need something that I can use as a resource, just to quickly find a game or something to do to teach a concept, so that I'm not spending a lot of time online looking for things. But as far as a curriculum goes, it's been excellent. My daughter has really enjoyed it. Very simple, but it explains math concepts, or well, you learn the math concepts pretty easily. So yep, math with confidence is a win. And then for science, we don't have a science curriculum. We've just been doing a science notebook or a science journal. So everything that we've been, well, not everything, but the things that we learn about science, we put in the science journal, and it's almost completely filled. And this has been a lot of fun for my daughter. She really enjoys doing a science journal. And so for next year, I will be doing a video, and you'll see all of the curriculum that we picked, but I will have a science curriculum for second grade. But this just worked for us, just me finding my own experiments and topics to discuss with her. I make sure that I hit topics that she needs to learn for the first grade year. So like germ theory and animals and life cycles and, you know, continents, landforms, things like that. She's learned all that stuff, and classification, what's a mammal, what's a reptile, what's a fish, etc. So, and the human body. And so all of these things we've put little bits and pieces of what we've done in this science notebook. And then lastly, I wanted to just go over some of the art supplies that we bought. And this was the Usborne Wild Animal Magic Painting book. They have a ton of these. They have like 42 of them. And I thought my daughter would love this. She had something similar that she really liked. And it started off really good. It did, and then she just got tired of it, and so it just kind of fizzled out. So she really hasn't done these, but I'm going to keep this for the summertime, so whenever she gets bored and she asks what she could do, I can hand this to her and she can do this. I don't really know why she got bored of it. She was super excited about it at first, but it's okay. It wasn't that much, and like I said, I'll keep it for our summer activity. And then the Prang watercolor set, of course, she's been using that a lot. And so this was a good buy. So yep, still recommend the Prang watercolors. The solid tempera paint, we did use these. Unfortunately, we didn't use them as much as I had thought we would use them. Probably in kindergarten, she would have used them more. This is kind of a pass for me. I still think that the solid tempera paint is really good, these paint sticks. We just didn't utilize it very much. And then the last thing are these Tan Mitt acrylic paint pens, and guys, this was like the best buy. We still love these. We've been using them since the summer of last year. They're still an excellent buy. They're still doing really well. They haven't run out of color. And so yeah, I would say if you're in the need for a acrylic pen set, go ahead and get the Tan Mitt. We got the largest size they had, which came with the acrylic color, the shiny colors, metallic colors. Definitely worth it. I don't remember how much we paid. You can go back to my other video and look, but I want to say we paid like $20 for this. Totally worth it. So I hope that that helps you guys if you are looking for first grade supplies and curriculum. And I will be putting out our second grade curriculum picks hopefully soon. So maybe in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. See you in the next video.